deadlines. For some colleges, they have like interviews that you can do, just as an addition to your application. So it's quite advisable to do interviews if that's something that you'd like, but also knowing the deadlines for those interviews so you don't really miss out on them. So yeah.
Right, thank you so much. I'd like to open it up to anyone else to speak. Also, I see, Dale, you have your hand up, so if you would like to go again, also please feel free.
Something that Doreen reminded me of when she said financial aid was that even though schools, they offer scholarships, even if a school offers scholarships, do not think you don't need to apply for any other outside scholarships. That's a mistake that I made, was thinking, oh, they gave me money, I don't need to apply for anything else. But yes, you do. You can always get more money because the school debt, the school loans and stuff, like the money that need to pay can hit you like a tow truck, and you'd be like, I didn't know I had to pay that much money. So making the mistake of not applying to more scholarships is horrible. Like even now I'm over here like rushing to apply for scholarships because I didn't apply for enough and I'm paying the price now. So I'm just make sure you apply to a scholarship. Even if you get a lot of money from your school, especially for out of state people, apply for scholarships outside of your school because you will need that money.
All right, and I'll open this up to anyone else if they have any mistakes that either you or a friend made that you would like to let everyone know. Awesome. And that is a great conversation to segue into our next question. This one will be for actually everyone here. And can you just talk a little bit more about how do scholarships work at your specific school and what has the scholarship process look like for you guys? And feel free to go whatever order you guys want.
So my school in particular, they had a lot of opportunity. Like your schools, most majority of schools will have partnerships with other organizations that actually want to give out scholarships. One thing that I was a part of, there's an organization called Dream It Be It that came to my school, and it was kind of so yeah, just pay attention to your school's announcements. I will say because I did not know about the organization until last minute, and last minute I was registering, and then they were giving $750. And although it's like, okay, that's a little money, you're looking for like the bigger scholarships, still apply to the scholarships that are giving out like $300, $700, $800, what you would consider little, because the little money adds up. So like what Jayla said, apply to outside scholarships. But yeah, specifically for my school, they had a lot of organizations collaborating with them. And what I did was I would just ask my schools about them, go to your counseling office. My counselor specifically, she had a stack of organizations that gave them like flyers and like told all the instructions that you would need to. And you can pick the ones that, cater to what you're trying to do. And like companies like Dunkin' Donuts, it was companies like Burger King that were giving scholarships, that were just giving these papers over to your counselors. So again, go to your counselors, ask them about scholarships, because I want to say like 90% of the time they will have a lot. It's just that students need to go and ask for them. Like definitely go and ask for them. Don't wait for somebody to come and say, hey, are you interested in applying to this? You be the first one to, go to that office, sit down, ask them about it. And also my school was great at having a whole spreadsheet with a link to an organization, how much money they were giving, the deadline date, and who it caters for. Because some scholarships are specific, like some of them will only give it to people who are majoring in specific different categories. So you also want to look out for that. So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I also just wanted to echo that right now. I think it can feel really hard when you're doing all this work to apply for scholarships if it's only like $1,000 or $2,000. However, they do add up. Just two tips that I recommend and things that I've heard from my friends that have done really well. You should have like your personal statement. Once you're done with your personal statement when you're applying to colleges, you should kind of try to change that around a little bit to have a statement for scholarships. A lot of them ask for 300-word, 500-word statement about X, Y, and Z. And it can be really easy to just transfer your personal statement to your scholarship one and then kind of keep a somewhat consistent one. I'm just going to plug a website that I found right now, just really easily looking up just like scholarships available. This one is for like African international students, since I know a lot of people joining today are from Africa. But also, if you literally just look up your state, anything identifying about you, and then college scholarship, you will get a list of things that I would highly recommend you start applying for and doing that early. And all right, and I'll open it up to our other panelists as well.
One thing that I would add is that you're 100 times, maybe not 100, but you're a lot more likely to get actually receive the scholarships that are less money, that actually make you write essays than these really big like 5,000 or not 5,000, like $10,000 scholarships, no essay. Usually, if it says no essay scholarship with attached to a large amount of money, you're most likely not going to actually get accepted for that. And I didn't know that. I thought that, oh my gosh, it's too good to be true. So if it seems too good to be true, then it most likely is. And you're probably just going to be added to an email list and receive a bunch of emails about it. So I would say invest your time in actually writing good essays. Even if the money isn't as much as these no essay scholarships, you're most likely going to receive them because less people apply to scholarships that offer less money.
All right, thank you so much for that. And then our last two panelists.
Okay, so on my side, I would echo with what the others said, that applying to any other extra scholarships aside from, let's say, the scholarships that the school may offer, but also looking at the scholarships that the school may offer, because, for example, for some scholarships, there'd be like, let's say, scholar program or like tied scholarships. So keeping an eye out for like any opportunity that you find available and, applying to for them. And even another thing I'd add, maybe at the end of the day, after receiving your offer, your scholarship offer, trying to see if, it's something that your family can manage. And if not, 100 times it's really advisable as well to even reach out to the financial aid office at your school and seeing if they would be able to, some sort of way adjust your scholarship offer. Because, for example, for me and even my friends as well, for us who applied as international students, doing that really helped because they would adjust your offer saying maybe, okay, what we offered you, you can't really maybe be able to match it up and we can somehow add it up or adjust your offer. So not being scared to email the financial aid offices to offer more support in terms of the financial aid aspect.
Yeah, kind of adding on to what Doreen said, definitely reach out to your financial aid office. There is something called an appeal form, which majority of schools will have for you, where they're going to give you a scholarship and they're going to give you your financial aid offer. But you don't have to always accept that. If it's a school that you really, really want to go to, but it's just not enough, they didn't give you enough money, don't be afraid to ask. They're not going to withdraw your acceptance and be like, oh, you asked for money, you're asking for too much, I'm going to take this offer away from you. They're not going to do that. The appeal form can also be just you explaining your situation. Like, for example, if there's like a current like financial issue, like, you think that your parents like expected financial income is going to be changing within the year that you're starting college, express that to them. Be very open about what's going on. And I'm sure also if you're an international student, I want to say that you can also express that being an international student, there's probably a lot of more fees and a lot of more money that you may need in order to cover like travels and overseas. So again, express that with the college saying, hey, this is my situation right now. I would love to go to I would love to attend your university, but the money is, I'm just asking for a little more money, just so I could be a little more affordable for me. So yeah, just reach out, and then again, go on Google or Safari, whatever it is, search up scholarships for this, scholarships for computer science majors, scholarship for whatever major you're majoring in. Go on Google and search them up. There are going to be tons there. Also, a lot of companies, like I mentioned Dunkin' Donuts, Burger King, they have scholarships as well. I'm pretty sure you can, if you're an international student, you can apply to them because they aren't like those, they're not like secluded as you have to be an American student, because as we know, those are chain brand, it's a chain restaurant. So definitely go on Google, search it up. Don't wait for somebody to come to you, and go ask your counselors again, because I'm going to emphasize again, a lot of organizations will connect with your schools and have like, I had a whole pile of scholarships just waiting for counselors, just waiting for students to come and ask them for it. So definitely do those things.
Thank you so much. And Nyla?
Yeah, so for me, I was very lucky because at my school we have a college and career counselor, and her main job is to help us with the college application process and scholarships. So I used her help mostly for scholarships. So she would post them onto our school website, and then we'd be able to go and access them there. And I think picking back off what everyone else said is you want to find very unique scholarships that have the most identifying qualities that resonate to you. So the more broad ones, there's going to be more people applying, but the more niche ones, there's going to be less people applying. So there's a bigger chance that you get one of them. Um, and I think search engines for scholarships can be useful, but you have to realize that it's many, like millions and millions of students are applying to them probably. So the likelihood of you getting them are less than you finding those more personalized scholarships, and reaching out to your financial aid office, like they said, is a huge thing. Um, and then also looking for scholarships by region, whatever like sector that you're in. Like for me, I go to school in Montgomery County, so I would look at a lot of Montgomery County scholarships, and just looking at foundations that typically tend to give kids money for college is another big thing, and those are the scholarships that I was able to get. So doing your research, and a huge thing that I think a lot of students applying to college and scholarships are scared of is asking for help, because there's sort of this like atmosphere that forms that everyone thinks everyone else knows what they're doing, but you have to realize that this is everyone's first time applying to college, so you can't be scared to ask questions. That's something that I had to get over, and I would ask my friends for help. I'd ask people who've done this before for help, and when you do that, they can be like, "Oh wait, did you know about this scholarship?" So asking people that you know have gone before you that have gotten scholarships, you can ask them for help, and just ask a lot of questions throughout the whole process, and don't be scared of that, because it'll be very beneficial, and it could really help you expedite your process. So yeah, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So I would just like to open it up again to our panelists. If there's any other information that you guys would have about either your specific scholarship process or any advice that you'd like to give that you haven't touched on already. If not, I'd be more than happy to close us out, but I'd just like to give you guys all just one more chance to talk about that. All right, awesome. And no, yeah, the last thing that I would like to add is that is specifically for law school, but also even for undergrad, you can like compete with these schools. If you get into two schools and one of them gives you a lot more money than another one, you can literally send that to that other school. Obviously, you should make sure it's not just like you're sending a paragraph, but you should try to say a really good, I think, practice that I did when I was competing with law schools is that I would be like, I really want to go to your school, but this school gave me more money. Will you be able to match this? Yes or no? Here are three reasons why I like your school more. Here are three reasons why I want to go to your school. However, money is really important for me. What can you do? And I think that process literally helped me there was two schools. One of them gave me like $20,000 a year, and another one only gave me like 10,000. And I got a full ride at another law school. I showed them that, and they bumped that like $10,000 to literally a full ride as well. So I think that process of really saying that like, I have money from this other school. What can you do to try to either match this, or what can you do to try to get closer to this, is a really helpful technique that I think it can feel weird to do that because it feels like you're kind of like not grateful or that you're pushing back against these schools. But at the end of the day, they have a lot of money. So you should not feel shy, and you should not feel that is a problem. Like EJ said, to really go back and ask for money from these schools, because 100% would recommend that.